Hey, all you replay viewers. Thanks for tuning in. This is Joy over at the Suburban Homestead. And I just wanted y'all to see that we live in the very south of Texas in the Houston area. And even though a lot of the states are under snow and getting down into the 20s and 30s at night, we are at like 70s during the day. And I think last week we had a cold snap, of like 60s during the day, and then at night we're only getting in like the 60s to 50s. I think we got into the 40s like once or twice, and I got a little nervous about the crops like the tomatoes, and so I went out and I cut the flowers off when it was started to get 40s. It was 40s for like maybe 4 or 5 nights in a row, and they said that the flowers wouldn't create new tomatoes, and we have about 3 times this many still on our bushes out there. And we even have some Romas that are just starting to come alive. These are all like a yellow pear salad. I'm not sure why they're so prolific. I think it's because look, we even have a little bug. I think it's because these are indeterminate, so they just keep growing and growing, versus a Roma and a beefsteak are determinate, so they are just a little bush. So anyhow, I went out and trimmed all the flowers off of them, and I trimmed back the eggplants. We have some traditional ones, like sort of that look like the ones in the store, and then we have these other like semi-phallic ones. It's kind of funny. They taste the same, and you do have to still peel them. But I cut those back, not the flowers on the eggplant, but I cut back the extra bushiness to give the energy to the plant. And about a month ago, I also did a sweep of the herbs, and I did this basil doesn't look that great. Welcome, everybody. But I figured we could still salvage some of it. And I did a parsley sweep, sage, and I've never gotten this much time before. But I did that about maybe even 6 weeks ago and got all my bottles full. But because we're so warm, we're getting even more. So I don't want it to go to waste. So we're just basically, you can see we stage our tomatoes and we eat them as they ripen. We have looked up on Pinterest and Google amazing recipes for eggplant. Definitely not our favorite vegetable, but God's given it to us, so we're going to eat them. And we still have several radishes. We get a couple each day. And then this is our huge stack of collard greens, and we really chowed down on them for Thanksgiving. And then we had them one other time, and I looked up that you can freeze them. So today, in a little while, I'm going to take them and blanch them, and I actually put the recipes for the eggplant, and I put how to dry herbs in a humid environment, and I pinned how to freeze greens all on our Pinterest board, Stevens Suburban Homestead. So if you happen to have a little bit of stuff left in your garden, or if you have a window garden, if you're more north than us, which is zone 9, then you can save those, because the colder it gets, most of the herbs don't really stick around. Down here we have some perennials, but you still want to harvest them to dry or use them fresh, as much as you can. Anyway, that's kind of what's been going on. I've been working for Grateful Chicks because it is the holiday season, so I haven't had time to do many videos. But I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and remember that on the Stevens Suburban Homestead, we are all about trying to become more sustainable in the American culture. We are not going to move to Alaska, even though we love those Alaskans up there, the Kilchers. We're not moving off grid totally. We are just doing what we can with our 1.33 acres, and we're trying to grow our own food, and we're trying to water with rainwater. And I believe that everybody can do one thing. So even if you can just grow one herb, then you've grown it and you didn't have to buy it. Or if you grow one type of little veggie just to add to your salad, just do one thing. Or if you recycle, or if you have a little rain barrel that you use to water your flowers. I mean, maybe you don't even have a garden. Maybe you don't like to grow gardens. Maybe you just have flowers. You could still water with rainwater. So there's doing one thing could be lots of things to become more sustainable. It could even be just cooking your meal, even if you bought it from the store. Welcome, American. Hi, 334. So just remember, even though we have all these abundance here, thank you, that, and make sure you go back and watch at the very beginning. I tell you what these are and why we're able to grow them down here in Houston, and how you can do one thing for your garden, even if you have snow on the ground. Okay, thanks for the hearts, y'all. So sweet. I will start doing our videos again. We usually do a what's in our window because I always have something fun in our window. There's some chives. Look at these heirloom. Hello, Hefe. Little heirloom Santa and heirloom snowman. I always have different things in my window. I also wanted to do a video about our pond. So we have lots of fun things we talk about. Hey, Claire. I'm just about to check out. So thanks for tuning in. Here's a beautiful flower. It's so sunny out my window, but it's pretty. We have a couple of these growing. It's like my lifelong dream to grow bulbs. See, that's one thing you could do. I got this for $5 at Ace Hardware, and it just grows in my window. All right, everybody, have a great day. I hope you'll go back. It's not too long a video. Go back and watch the beginning. Hi, Pencil. And do one thing for yourself. Do one thing that you can rely on yourself today or this week. Just make a commitment. So simple. And be blessed. Bye-bye. Peace out.